tell you something. Sex trafficking is real. It's really real because they go after women who is by themselves with their children or other women's. You know what I'm saying? It's really real. That's why when you walk out your door, when you walk out your door, you make sure you don't see men just standing around that you never seen before. Okay? If you sees that, step back inside your house until you see these men is just gone. Okay? Now, if you out and about, okay? If you out and about, you know, um, like if you out and about, you just say, I'm just going to the grocery store, or you going shopping, or you just going to the park, and and walk on the trail, and you by yourself. Watch yourself. Watch your surroundings because these men, they prey on women who is by themselves. Okay? You stays in your mind. I always walk the park. This is what I do every day. This is my routine, to keep my body in shape, you know, and a walk. Okay? Now, at nighttime, okay, y'all out and about, okay? And just say y'all is in a store and y'all see a man or two. And you go on aisle to aisle and you see this man, they playing like they looking for something, in a store like I'm shopping. They got a basket, you know, probably be empty. I probably have, they just threw stuff in a basket, but they following you, and you see this man constantly following you. Seek help. Seek help. Talk to a police and let a police know these men is following y'all. Okay? Now, when you about to walk out the store, make sure you have your keys in your hand. Okay? That's important. Make sure you have your keys in your hand. If you on the phone, get off the phone, put it in your purse or whatever, and you go to your vehicle. As you walk into your vehicle, just look around. Look around. And if you see money on your windshield, baby, let that money stay on your windshield. Okay? Do not get out that windshield. Do not get out your car and try to get that money off your windshield. Why? Because that's a setup. Okay? Because if you get out your car and you try to reach over and get this money, normally it'd be $100. Or, like they used to say, they got something, a paper in the middle of your back window. Okay? Okay, just go like this and be backing up. Or go like, do not get out your car and tries to get that, no, and tries to get that paper off your own car. No. Do not touch it. Do not touch it because that's a setup. Okay? And They will be following. They will be following you. You know what I'm saying? You know, call the police. You know, call the police if you have to. Because sex trafficking is really real, y'all. What? You can't talk. You don't have to talk loud. Okay. So, baby, um, pay attention, y'all. Pay attention. Y'all do not be a victim because y'all didn't pay attention. Do y'all understand? And if, like I say, if y'all the person who be walking, in the park around, because this is your routine and you never got stopped by anybody, you never know. They sit and they wait. Every day they sit there and look at you walk. You know, they're not gonna mess with you when they have a group of people outside. But if you see, once you go to that park and you see like one or two or three people, that's it. Go back home. Go back home. Because you don't know if they is connected to each other. You know, they say, look, you get right here, you get right there, you get right there to make, this lady think, okay, they got people outside. No, because guess what? They can all be working together. You got to think smart, y'all. You have to think smart because sex trafficking is really real. It's really real. And who they go after? Women and children. All ages. All ages. They don't care. They don't pick and choose. Big or small. They don't pick and choose. They will, uh, put something on your nose and throw you in the, and, throw you in a car. You know? No, I'm not mad, sweetheart. I'm just telling everybody. Well, actually, I am mad. But I just wanted to tell everybody what to do. I know I just made a video, but this is on my mind heavy. It's on my mind heavy. I've been, I just want everybody to know what to do if they get into a situation. You got a purse. Put something in your purse. So if somebody tried to kidnap you, you do what you need to do. Because, yo, what I've been through today, I don't want to go outside never again. That's how terrified I am. I am really terrified because it happened to me. It's not like, it's not like, somebody tells you, girl, you better watch yourself because them people is out there. No, it happened to me. It happened to me. And it's like, it's scary. It's really scary.
Mom, I told you this. Let me use my car charger.
Okay, no. He wanted you to leave your battery over there. Yo, keep your eyes open. This is real. This is really real. I'm trying to just throw it out. Sex trafficking is all around the world. Okay? If you the person who gets up 4, 5 o'clock in the morning and wants to run because this is your routine, because you trying to stay in shape, okay, I understand that, and that's good. But I don't think that's a good idea for a woman to, go out 4, 5 in the morning and run. You don't understand what I'm saying? Because guess what? People can sit there and look at your routine, you know, and 4, 5 in the morning. Who just be like, well, I'm about to go sit in the park. You know, you in that park by yourself, and you don't have anything to protect you. So keep in mind, okay, if this is what you want to do, okay, cool. Have somebody with you. Have somebody with you because it's getting dangerous and dangerous, y'all. Because it's like, it's crazy. You know, you don't want to get kidnapped and they bring you to another state, country. And they make you do stuff you don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? Or your children is out there, about to catch the bus or whatever early in the morning. You know, they does that. Children too. Children too, boys or girls or women. That's who they look for. You know, and like what they do with the children, or they put them on a condom. And like I heard, and if they don't want to have sex with somebody, because that's a man and they is a child, they beats them. They beats these children. You know what I'm saying? They beats these children to do stuff they don't want to do, and they crying for their mama, but nobody is there to help them.
Mama, how? What was my neck?
Oh, I don't know. Let me see. I think it was like right here. Well, just halving it up.
That Antoine said he's gonna take this much from my.
Okay. Um. Yo, it's real. Sex trafficking is really real, and I don't want nobody to be a victim. You know, because today I almost was a victim with my children. I know I made a video, just made a video, so I'm making it again because I really want to push this out for ladies and children to know sex trafficking is all over. Okay, it didn't happen to you, and you said, This is my routine. I got a stick. What is that stick gonna do if they have 2 or 3 men after you? That stick is not gonna help you. It's just gonna make, you know, them men mad if you hit them with it. Y'all understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell y'all, be careful because you threw my Earl out.
It was
Oh,
on like literally here
oh, that Earl right there. And where you put the Earl?
inside the pot.
Okay. Be careful, y'all. Be careful because they is out here. They is out here, and they will get you. You know, watch for a van. Vans. With no windows. You know, watch for that. Watch for vans with the side door, you know, because the only thing they got to do is open the door and throw you in, close it, and they're gone. You know, watch yourself because they're out there. They're out there. You know, if you have something, you know, bring it. You know, put it in your purse. Don't be scared to use it. Because guess what?
It's a magnet. So like that.
They will get you.
Have it falling out.
They will get you. They will get you. And they will put you on the block. And on the block, that means you will be having sex with men you don't even know. If they want to use protection or not. You still have to lay down there and have sex with them, because if you don't, you're gonna get beat. And yes, they does that to children. I know y'all know that. So watch your children. You know, all ages. Watch your children, because you never know if they're watching you or your children. You know, right now I am so terrified. It's just like that's all I'm thinking. You know, thank God I'm inside of my own home. Just think if I wasn't a person who look at my surroundings, I wouldn't be here talking to y'all now. I would be in another country state crying for help, crying for help. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's really crazy, but it's real. It's really real, y'all. Y'all got to get it together, because Lord, they out there. They out there, you know. So in the morning time, you know, your children get up and have to stand at the bus stop. Cause see, the senior high children, they be out there early in the morning, 5 o'clock, you know. And just think, some of them be out there earlier because they don't want to miss the bus, or their mama needs to go to work early, and it's only one key. And while y'all at school, she'll be off. You know what I'm saying, y'all? So watch your children and always have the location. If y'all have an iPhone, always have your children location, and check your children location often while they outside to see where they at. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to make nobody scared, but I just wants to make y'all be aware. Because I ain't gonna tell y'all, I am very, if y'all can feel my heart, it's beating so, oh my gosh. I'm just terrified. I am really terrified, because you never know what what can happen. You know what I'm saying? Because let me tell you something. Some people walk out their door, okay? And guess what? They never return back home. They never return back home. And their family members is just looking for them. You know? It's kind of scary. No, it is scary. You know, it is scary. Because, think about it. If that happened to you, what would you do to protect yourself? What would you do to protect yourself? That's something to think about, y'all. That's really something to think about. Cause y'all, like I said, I'm so terrified. It's just like, And see, like, I be going places with, certain people. And I'm always being all like, what's wrong with you? And they be laughing. You act like who? And I'm like, yo, I'm looking at my surroundings. We as ladies, you never know if somebody is watching us. Nobody ain't watching us. This is a big old polka lot and they got a whole lot of people. Okay. And if they try to, okay, just say they got a whole lot of people out there and somebody try to kidnap you. You think somebody gonna be pushing their basket and stop and run, try to help you? No, they're gonna try to get in their car and go. So, I mean, hey, even if they do have people out there, what that mean? Is they gonna help you? Yeah. You know, yo, you know, I'm just terrified. I'm really terrified. You know, um, and today I went outside, you know, without anything to protect me or my children or my grandbaby. I went outside and I didn't have anything to protect us. So that's why it really was really, uh, it's really scary. And it's like normally, once I walk out my, once I walk out my door, I always have something, you know, to protect me. Cause, uh, you never know. You never know what happened when it's gonna be your turn. Just think. You see somebody following you, and it's like, I ain't running about that. I mean, that person just crazy. These people is not crazy. They know what they want to do. And guess what? They're going to do whatever they want to do. You know? Because like me, you know, I talked to the policeman, and the policeman did, waited for us to get in the car. And I asked the policeman, can you watch us leave and make him stay so we could be out of sight? You know what I'm saying? Yo, I mean, if y'all notice, I never done a video like this. I never done a video like this. I should have, but I didn't. And it's like now it touched home. That means it happened to me. It happened to me. You will always say, nah, I can't see that happen to me. It can happen to you. It can happen to you. Yes, it can happen to you. You know, if you want, it's gonna be all on the floor. How you gonna put all that in there?
Yeah, got an idea.
Do not shoot.
You want to wipe my mama? Can I?
No, that's for all my needles. You gonna need something to put it in.
But you got something for that?
Get a cold drink bottle and cut it, and then you can put it in that cold drink bottle, and it'll all fall. That's not gonna work. It's not gonna work, baby.
Mom, catch your throat and say it hurt. If you shoot her, she gonna whoop your butt. Right, Mom? What? Just try it.
It can be all on the floor now, nothing.
Let me try.
Okay, try. Try.
For a little bit, no.
Look, it's getting all on the floor.
That is wasted.
Mm-hmm. But y'all, pay attention, y'all. Pay attention, please. Don't be a victim.
No, I want that. Please.
Don't be a
I'm
victim.
gonna give you some.
Look at your surroundings all the time. If you with somebody or not, always look at your
Let
surroundings.
me charge my shit. Let me charge my stuff right now. Hold on. No.
You know something, Paula? I wish I could say, okay, I am. It's on my mind so heavy. You know what I'm saying? It's on my mind so heavy. It's like, wow, I can't believe it happened to me. You know, you hear this happen to other people, not you. You know what I'm saying? When they hit home, that's when you really open your eyes and be like, whoa.
My stuff charging. You keep that. And really? This the whole thing. What you mean?
It's crazy.
Oh wait. Come inside here.
It's really, really crazy, y'all. It's really crazy.
Come inside here. Where you? Come on. Fix you right now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could fix you right now.
Okay. But, here, y'all take that out and let me do it.
Thank you.
I know that's what we're finna do.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I did fire. That was you. Why are you trying to? Why are you trying to?
Come on. Didn't I say if you do that, I'm going to take it from you? Remember I told you that? I'm trying to hold it in. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Thank you. Because I just told you, and you're going to do it again, so I'm in here. But y'all, let me tell y'all.
I'm okay. I need charge.
It's disturbing me. Are you going to do it again? No.
There's no way. Come inside here.
What's wrong? Come on, baby. Go on around, baby. Here. Go on around. Here, take your drink. This your drink. Okay, go and lay down, baby. I'm going to be in there, okay? I'm trying to hold it in, y'all. I'm trying to talk to y'all and just hold it in, but I'm getting emotional. You know, because it's scary. You know, it's scary that it happened to me. And then, you know, my children and my grandbaby, you know, I had them, you know, with me. You know, they looking at me, you know, they looking at me to protect them, you know. But, I try to do what I need to do, you know, because it's just, it's scary. You know, when it happened to you, it's scary. You know, it's like, okay, I got to protect my little one. You know, we got them in your head, you saying, I got to make it home. I got to make it home. You know, what happened if I didn't see that police? What would have happened if I didn't see that police? And I say to myself, okay, I gotta get out of this mall, call an Uber, get an Uber, and go where I needs to go. And then you go where you needs to go, and you see this person again, you know, and then you and this person, outside, y'all face to face again. What would y'all do? I mean, what would y'all think? You know what I'm saying, y'all? Yo, it's hurting me. It's hurting me real bad. It really is. It's hurting me bad because it happened to me with my little ones, you know. And I'm just thinking, just how about they would have got us in this van, you know, and if they would have got us in that van, and how about they just split us up? Yeah, I would have went crazy. I would have went crazy because I don't know what happened to my children and my grandbaby. What is they doing to them? What is they gonna do to them? You know, and my girl, she the only girl, that I had with me at the today. And today's her birthday. And look what happened. That's why people just scared to walk out of their house. Because they don't know what will happen. It's something to think about because you never know when it's gonna happen to you. You know what I'm saying? Cause y'all, I'm just. And how about I couldn't protect them? How would I feel that I couldn't protect my own children? You know what I'm saying? And I know what is gonna happen. You understand what I'm saying? They would have had my daughter on the block having sex with grown men, and she just made 13. You know what I'm saying? It's something to think about. Yo, don't let this slide. Don't let this slide. Because you never know, you know? But guess what? See, today, April the 10th, this would never happen to me, meaning me walking out my door without my protection. You know, I didn't think nothing was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, um, I'm just trying to make my daughter, happy for her birthday. And this happened. This happened. You know, and if something would have happened bad to me, just say they would have took me and just left them. How you think they would have felt? How would you really think they would have felt? Because you never know, you know. So that's why I just want y'all to be aware, because people don't talk about this all the time. Yes, it was on the news. You know, it was on the news. No, not what happened to me today. I'm just saying, remember when it just, what always was going on, but when, they really started letting people know about sex trafficking. And now, nobody talks about it no more. Like, it just went away, you know. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't think of it, I didn't think of it because nobody talks about it no more. So I'm like, well, they know, the police know, and the police gonna, be riding around That's not true. That's not true. Because what the police cannot see, they can't help. You know? And I think when you was in the mall, they should have policemen outside the mall and inside the mall, y'all. Because, y'all, it hurted. You know? It hurted and it was scary. It was scary. You know? And when I made it home, you know, we came inside, locked the door. You know, I was so paranoid. I went around the house to make sure all the windows is locked. You know, and that still wasn't enough. Because every now and then I went to the window and, peek. Let me see if somebody is out here follow us. And because when it happened, that this man gave my son $150. And I asked my son, I said, okay, he gave you $150. Did he put something in your pocket? Or gave you something so you could put it in your pocket? He told me no. I said, okay, good. Did he hug you? No, mama. I said, oh, okay. Because I'm trying to see, did he put something in my son's pocket? You know, um, so it's like a GPS, and he could find wherever we are, you know. So I'm like, because when he gave him the $150 and my son told me he could pay for his shoes now, I had addressed that. But I also made him wash his hand good. He's 13 too. I made him go in the women's bathroom, with me. And I want to see him wash his hand properly. Properly. Because I don't know what was on that money. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, because I know, these people put stuff on the money and they touch it on your hand. I don't know. I don't know, because I just see, you know, it's, an Apple tag. Okay. Now you see, I don't know about an Apple tag. I just got a iPhone. I've been with an Android for years. Ever since I got a phone, it been an Android. My children, Mama, get an iPhone, get an iPhone, get a. So I said, okay, I finally got an iPhone. Now I'm glad I did, because I can track, you know, where they at, and I can FaceTime them now, y'all. So pretty much I'm glad, because I could, see where they at, because I called, you know, where you at? Because like I said, they had the, they had the, where I'm at now, that Dollar General, again, is right around the corner. And they be with they little friends, they want to go to the store, I give them money to go to the store, and then they take a little long. I call, I FaceTime them. They be like, Mom, I'm okay. Uh, Go like this. Let me see your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? Mama, let me see your surroundings now. So and they do, I be like, okay. Because if I see a man or something, I be like, okay, son, get home. Get home. You know what I'm saying? Okay, it's okay. I love you. Okay. Oh, okay, okay. Now, okay, I understand you now. Mm-hmm. Because what I was thinking, uh, I don't know what kind of man that was. You know, like he looked nice. He looked nice. You know what I'm saying? He really did. He looked real nice. But he just was weird. You know, he was he was really weird, and that's what really, opened my eyes. Like I always tell y'all, listen and look, and you'll pick up on somebody the way they talk, and the way he was talking. I was like, okay, I needs to get away from this man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is. Watch yourself. Watch yourself. Watch yourself and your children if you have children. Okay? Because how about that they would have grabbed me, you know? Yo, what would have happened to me?
Damn, someone just farted.
What would have happened to me if they would have grabbed me and my children and it would have split us up, you know? And if they would have grabbed us and split us up, that means I can't protect them. And they would have been screaming for me. And I would have been screaming for them. You know what I'm saying? And these men got us in two different, trucks. Or if they did put us all in one truck and they went to their destination, you know. And then they brought us in different places. My children would have been, and my grandbaby would have been terrified. You know what I'm saying? Terrified. And then my daughter, she just made 13 years old. And it's like, if something would have happened to her, you, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what they undo. You know, they kidnap you and they make you, these children have sex at.
Mama, can we use my back?
For what?
For like splats. No, mama, like.
No.
But you put the medicine somewhere else, mama, please.
Um, no. But it's something. Yo, I'm trying to hold it in. I'm trying to hold it in. But that's my babies, y'all. That's my babies, and I need to protect them. I'm their mama, and I'm my grandson, me, and I need to protect them, the best way I can. And, I was so angry at myself because, like I said, when I leave my door, you know what I'm saying? Yo, it's like, anytime I leave my house, you know, I be, I have my protection with me. But I don't know why today I did. I don't know. You know. But when I made it inside, I prayed and I just hugged them. And I told them, I said, Mama, it made me love you so much. You know. And I told them, this will never happen again. So, this is, what I have to do. Being a parent to protect your children.
You crying?
To protect your children, you have to protect your children because your children will look up to you. You know, they will look up to you. And just say, we got to the Hey, put his book back.
Come, how you doing?
But yo, I don't know. I don't know. But today's lesson learned. You know, today is a lesson learned. You know, today is a lesson learned. You know, you can't just walk out your house without protection. It's sad, but it's true. It's sad, but it's true. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? If y'all have something to protect y'all, you know, and if y'all in a state that you don't need license, you know, do so. And if you don't have the money, save. You know, because I didn't always have money. You know, when the incident happened, you know, to me, and the police told me, you know, to get protection, and that's what I did. And, you know, and when I have my protection in my purse, you know, I feel good. If I see somebody following me, just say somebody following you, and it's like you come near me, you're gonna be sorry. But today I didn't. Today I didn't. Today I did not, y'all. And I was so angry at myself. You know, when we made it home, hugged them, prayed, um, you know, they went outside and, you know, played with their friends or whatever. I was in my room just crying. How could I do this? How could I let this happen? You know, it's like, how could you let this happen? You always have protection. Anytime you walk out your door, you always have protection. But today I didn't. And today, this could have been our life. You know, our life could have ended today. You know what I'm saying? They could have found us. We probably, you know, we could have been on the news saying somebody need to identify our bodies. You know what I'm saying? And it's an eye opener. And I guarantee y'all, this would never happen again. This would never happen again. If I just need to call an Uber just to go to the store to get a gallon of milk, I'm gonna have my protection. You know, but I'm glad I did. I thought, I, I thought quick. You know, I thought quick. Okay, this man is following us.
Your purse is not in the line.
Oh, you put more water? Don't worry about it.
He got that backpack. The eggs, the spiders. What spiders?
Tell him you better check it.
Next one, check it.
So, I'm here today, y'all, to tell you, sex trafficking is real. You know, they everywhere. You know, they everywhere. You know, and like I said, okay, this man, he was cute. He was really cute. He was really sexy. And you know, I'm like, whoa. You know, right? Y'all already know I ain't ready for no man right now. I'm doing me, you know, with my children and my grandbaby. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know that. But this man, you know, following me, and then you know, when I went in for a lockout, then I approached him. You know, and then, you know, he was talking or whatever. But the way he was talking, I'm like, okay, something is not right. Something is not right. So I told him, can you please leave me alone? Well, can you take, no, I don't want your number. and you're not going to, because I told him no, because he asked for my phone number. I said, no, I don't give my phone number out to anybody. He said, can I take his number? You know, he was reaching for my phone. No, you was not touching my phone, you know. So, I mean, hey, y'all, just be careful. If y'all stay in apartments and this happens around y'all and you know sex trafficking is really everywhere. But what I'm saying is, it's right there, you know, watch yourself. And when y'all leave your house, if you have protection, put it in your purse. Have your purse open so you just could just reach in your purse and do what you need to do. You know, don't unclose your purse. Mm-mm. You know, you got two straps. You know, you go like this. You know, but if you feel something, you know, it's not right around you, like I do, you know, I take one strap off and I have my hand as I'm walking inside of my purse. So it's like if you run up on me, you're gonna be sorry, you know. You're gonna be sorry, you know, because I keep my hand in my purse when I feel threatened. You know what I'm saying? Or like if I'm walking and I see a group of men, oh, my hand is in my purse. You know, my hand is in my purse. And guess what? I will light your behind up if you tries to touch me. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So, keep in mind, keep your protection on you when you walk out your door. If you can do that in your state, or if you need license, get your license. Okay? So I just want everybody to know that, to be careful. Okay? If y'all didn't already, subscribe, tap that bell, like, and share. And if you did, thank you so much. I appreciate it, and welcome to the family. This your girl, Lovely D, and I see y'all. Good night, Paula. Good night. Did you? And I hope you enjoy your birthday, okay? See you later.